Why don't we just jump right in?
Sure.
So I would love to hear, tell me what you're doing right now. Because I have a little bit on paper, but I'd love to hear directly from you.
Okay. Last week I recently finished my PR internship at Dixon Schwabel, which is a marketing, advertising, and PR firm up in Rochester, New York. I've been interning with them for about a year, so it's really exciting that I was able to finish that up. And I'm in the middle of finals right now, so I'm just getting through my senior year, and it's all really exciting.
That's great. So tell me more about the internship. How long had you been with them, and how much time each week were you devoting to the internship?
Well, last year, I interned 2 days a week from 9 to 5 in their account services department. And then afterwards, they asked me to come back for a PR internship. So I worked every Friday for this semester with them, and it was really great to be able to work in another part of the agency.
Mm-hmm. So having worked in two parts of the agency, where do you think your favorite work was done?
I probably grew the most during my internship with PR because I was able to do all kinds of social media and learn so much this semester.
That's great. So now tell me, as you begin to make your way out into the world, what is your dream job? Describe that to me.
My dream job, as I know I'm going into entry level, I'd like to go somewhere where I'm going to be surrounded by professionals who can teach me everything that I need to know and give me the opportunity to ask questions, maybe in a department that I don't directly work in. Mm-hmm. And I want to be able to start there and then have the opportunity to potentially grow more and make an impact on other people.
Okay. And what do you think you have to bring to an agency that would be an asset?
I feel like I have a lot to bring because I like to have fun and I like to try new things, and I'm not afraid to try a new tactic that I think would be effective and voice my opinion with that. And I like to learn, so anything that the company would like to teach me, I'm very open to.
Uh-huh. And in terms of your internship, looking back on what you learned there, is there any particular skill that you feel good about having learned there that you could bring to a new agency situation?
I really feel like for what I could bring now is my knowledge of social media. Although it's all still very new, I've gone out of my way to really learn as much as I can about it. And I feel like I could bring that maybe to an agency that hasn't experienced much with social media yet, because I know that a lot are still iffy about whether they should use it or not.
Mm-hmm. So let's say I'm the head of a team, of an account team at a new agency, and I know nothing about social media. In fact, I'm even resistant to it, okay? What are the 3 things you would say to me to try to convince me of the value of social media?
This is great. I just did a pitch for this last night for the National Kidney Foundation Committee, mm-hmm. and we're planning our walk, and I actually was trying to convince them that we need to use social media, and they're like, why should we do that? And I told them that it's a great way to get out there to people who don't really know about social media or about the National Kidney Foundation, about their walk, and to really make it more fun than just an organization. They can put out fun facts and really create a following for the National Kidney Foundation. And I'm putting together a proposal for them about how nonprofits really use social media.
Can you say more about that? What have you learned about, or is there a specific example of a nonprofit using social media well that you would point to?
Within my research so far, I haven't found a particular example, but with Chris Brogan's latest post, he talked about how to use that for event planning, which also ties in great with non-for-profits.
Uh-huh. Talk more about your not-for-profit experience. I think I saw, have you been doing some volunteer work, or was this in an internship capacity?
Both. Okay. I have been working with the National Kidney Foundation for a while. I interned in their PR department over the summer. So they really taught me the basics for press releases and media contact. But then I was able to experience working for the non-for-profits within doing golf tournaments, doing walks, and it's just really been great to be able to plan that and see how it really works.
Mm-hmm. Now, going back to pure PR for just 1 second,
Sure.
because we're talking about social media, but in terms of traditional media and kind of old school publicity, do you feel that you picked up some skills in your internship that you could talk about a little bit?
Yes, it was really great because at the National Kidney Foundation, I was calling magazines and newspapers to get contact information, but with my latest internship, I learned how to use Media Atlas, and I feel that is a great addition to the world of PR.
Tell me, what is that? I don't even know what that is.
Oh, Media Atlas is an online database where it holds all kinds of names, contact information, email addresses that you can type in, your location, what media you want to use it, whether it be radio or newspaper, and it'll narrow it down for you. And then you can transfer that information directly over to an Excel file that you can just use mail merge directly. So it saves a lot of time.
That's great. So back to, I guess it was the Kidney Foundation when you were doing some newspaper and magazine outreach. Were you able to land any stories, or did you have any positive experiences doing that?
Yes. There was one story. The National Kidney Foundation gives a scholarship every year to a kidney transplant or dialysis patient who does really well in high school. And I was able to write 2 press releases about the winners for that scholarship and sent it out to local newspapers. And I believe the Penny Savers in their area picked that up, which is the local publication out here.
That's great. So in terms of you personally, because we all know that if you're going to go into a professional setting working on social media, you have to be living it too, right? Can you tell me a little bit about how you've been personally kind of creating your own footprint digitally?
Sure. I've been really trying to create a brand for myself via Twitter by just really retweeting and finding news that I find relevant to either the PR world, social media, or marketing. And probably one of the biggest things I've done myself is I've started my own blog. It's still just a baby blog, but I love doing it. And everyone I've seen who really has their own blogs that are focused on social media, so I wanted to be different. I created a blog that focuses on marketing tactics that I find really cool, or ones that I just feel I don't know why they actually implemented them, just the wow factor of some of the ads. So I find it really fun to be able to do that.
That's great. Let me see, if I were to ask you, was there ever a time, either in your internship or your work with the Kidney Foundation, was there ever a time when you really, really wanted to do a particular project, you were recommending it, and you just kept getting shot down? Was there ever a time like that where you were able to actually overcome resistance and get something done that you felt was important?
I've been really lucky with the people I've been able to work with, who are great with allowing opportunities and listening to everyone's opinion. With the National Kidney Foundation, I would say it was probably the main place where it was a lot of my opinions being used that were great. For currently the kidney walk that I'm planning with them in Geneseo, I've been able to say we need to get high school students involved with this rather so than just college students. And we're working on ways to do that. It's all brand new still, so it's really fun. They're working together with me to create those ideas.
That's great. That's back to you now. I did also want to ask you, because you're obviously upstate, are you willing to move down to New York if something opened up down here?
Most definitely. Okay. I am willing to go anywhere the world takes me. I am open to all opportunities.
Great. Good answer. That was very good. That's terrific. And do you only see yourself in an agency setting, or would you be interested in some kind of an opportunity on the client side in a PR, on a corporate communications team opened up?
I would be very open to that. I've, of course, fallen in love with the agency because of my internship, because they were voted the #1 best place to work for in America. So I just absolutely love it there.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I've been so lucky to work there for over a year, so it's great. But I'm open to doing non-agency things. That's just the only experience I have per se right now.
And a lot of people do say that no matter where you want to end up in PR, you have to have agency experience. It just trains you so well. So it's great. I mean, you're already on that path, which is great. Let me just make sure there wasn't anything else I wanted to ask you.